Yeah.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Upper Tier podcast and the Women's Wrestling Recap Weekly. We're on to week 4, and guess who's back? I'm not alone this week. Emma's back, folks.
It's okay, everyone. Hold your applause. I'm back. You will see me back at the SmackDown show, the weekly show, the women's show. More content as well. A few shorts in there, a few cheeky shorts. Make sure you check them out as we lead up to WrestleMania. But yeah, we're back with the women's show. Sean, how are you feeling?
I'm very good. I'm happy to have my mixed tag team partner back. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like we should be the AAA mixed tag team champions or something.
We beat the Culchies. That's what we'd be called.
Oh, that's a good one. I actually haven't thought of that.
Yeah,
Trademark it. We're trademarking it here, folks.
that's it.
WWE, do not take it. Do not. We've had a good week in wrestling again for women's wrestling anyway. I don't think we've had a bad week in a long time. Um, maybe there's little spots here and there, but nothing too major.
Nothing to write
Emma,
home about.
take nothing to write a poem about. We couldn't write a story if we tried.
No, exactly.
Emma, take us into Raw.
Oh, one thing actually. You know what for? I'm very, very excited for the tag match. I don't know if you are.
Hot take, hot take. I am actually quite excited. Give us a little look
Um,
in. Who do we got?
listen. We got my girl Lyra Valkyria and Bailey, of course. One thing I was actually thinking of. Yeah, I have my signed Lyra flag over there. Fun fact.
Legend.
But one thing I was thinking of. Remember when Bailey had that whole kind of gimmick thing that was going on a while ago, where it was like Jekyll and Hyde, where one time she was happy and then she just crash out.
So she was acting like she's from Dublin, basically, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. Listen, I'm from Bray, I don't take offense. But we also have the Bella twins. And I'm sure you're very, very excited about that.
I'm telling you, I'm calling it here, and you can quote me on it. After WrestleMania, and new women's tag team champions, the Bella Twins, finally
Mm-hmm.
getting the title, and you can quote me on that.
They definitely I feel like as well because we all know Nikki Bella is supposed to be a lot better. She obviously got injured. We hope she's doing well. Nikki, if you're watching, we love you. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, so you think that the Bellas will win?
I don't think I know. Bella Army, the Bella Nation is stronger than ever. Of course, the Bellas are winning. It's their time. They're the reason those titles were created in the first place because they were just that damn good.
Clock it. We also have Charlotte and Alexa. Yeah,
Alexa.
Charlotte. I really thought that this would be over. Charlotte and Alexa. I really did. Like,
I agree with you. I thought they would have turned on each other by now.
yeah, no, definitely. Because I remember after, I can't remember which event, but there was a bit of tension there. So I was like, okay, it's gonna happen now or it's gonna happen never. But who knows what will happen during the match? And also we have Nia Jax and Lash Legend. I love them. I love Lash. I'm a huge Lash Legend fan. So I'm so excited for this. So excited. But of course, Monday Night Raw, we saw. You keep freezing there. I'm sorry. I don't know if you keep going to talk or whatever, but it keeps kind of buffering for me.
No,
So
no,
I
no. I
apologize.
think I think it's just my Wi-Fi. It's terrible.
Oh, that's okay.
So
Mine
just
went off right before the show. So you guys are lucky I'm back. But Monday Night Raw, I think the one thing that's kind of going on is obviously the Liv Morgan, Stephanie Vicaire. Sean, what are you thinking about this whole feud and their match? What are you thinking about it?
look. I think the build-up has been great. The
Mm-hmm.
promos, matches over the past few months, and we all know my opinion and your opinion on Liv Morgan. We're not
Yeah.
the biggest Liv Morgan fans, but I think we would be stupid to try and deny the raw talent she has and the work
Yeah.
she's done over the past few months. It has been beyond phenomenal. I truly believe that, and I do stand by that, and I'll always be honest about that and never deny it. The build up so far has been brilliant, but I kind of find it just one of those matches where I'm not too bothered by it. Like, is it top five to what I'm looking forward to most on the Mania card? No. And to be
Mm.
honest, I'm not looking forward to it too much at all. I'm leaning towards Stephanie to retain. I don't really want Liv to win the title again. I didn't enjoy her last reign. But look, if it is what it is and she does win the title, so be it. Me personally, I would enjoy the reign more if she won the title, left the Judgment Day, and dropped the whole Daddy Dom character. Then
Yeah.
I might enjoy the reign. I want 2022, early 2023 Liv Morgan back. Pre Judgment
Hmm.
Day, SmackDown Women's Champion. That's the Liv Morgan that I want back. So it is.
Yeah.
I think it was phenomenal. But nonetheless, look, I'm going to lean on Stephanie to retain. But yeah, we'll go with it. It could be a good
Yeah.
match. As I said, both of them have done phenomenal work. So I've no doubt it will probably be a good match nonetheless.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm the exact same as you. It's not one of my top matches I'm looking forward to, but it will still be good. We know that they're both very talented. It will be surprising to see because I almost feel bad for Stephanie Becaire because I feel like they could have done a lot more with her with this feud. Now the feud's been great, don't get me wrong, and even though I'm not a huge fan of Liv Morgan, but her promos and stuff are really outshot, like really outshining. They're really, really good. But also, one thing on Monday Night Raw that I wanted to happen was Stephanie McMahon come out and just slap Cody Rhodes.
Who didn't want to see that? Let's be honest
I'd
here.
love it. I would absolutely love it. The minute she came out, I was like, come on, please.
Give her the Brie Bella treatment. Like when the two of them had a little slap off,
Hmm.
Brie and Stephanie.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I wanted, and I was actually kind of annoyed she didn't slap the crap out of Cody.
Definitely. That would have been so, it would have been so entertaining. I would have been out my seat cheering for her.
I'm kind of hoping Stephanie actually sticks around for a bit, because we haven't seen her since last year or the year before.
Yeah.
So I get her father doesn't own the company anymore, and Triple H, her husband, is obviously the head of creative. But I would like to see her a bit more. I do actually like Stephanie. We're forgetting how good she really is.
I
Um,
love I love the theme. Style and grace. I'm never gonna
Never
be
gonna
done.
be done, lean on it. Now welcome
But
to the
welcome to the
Queendom,
queen.
Queendom,
Listen,
where the kings
banger.
bow down. I like the new version, the kind of rock version a little bit that she's using. That's
Yeah,
really good.
it is
So it is.
very,
It's,
very
it's a
good.
nice little change up, more modern. I like it. But I would like to see a bit more of her. I'm kind of hoping she maybe sticks around for a little bit of this Cody feud. And speaking of Cody feud, I know it's not really on the topic of the women's show, but I'm sure you'll be watching SmackDown tonight to find out who Randy Orton's phone call was to.
I don't know. Maybe Stephanie. Maybe Stephanie's gonna come out and just get Cody and dig the head off him. We don't know.
Get a good slap in.
Yeah, exactly. One other thing now, while we're on the topic, women's card for Mania, Io Sky and Asuka. This would be. I'd love this because I think it's because my sister's a huge fan of Asuka, and now that I am a huge fan of Asuka, listening to everything about Asuka, I think this would be great. Io is like one in a million, in my opinion.
Mhm.
She is phenomenal, and Asuka, she's so talented, and as well, they have the history. Like that will come into play. Can you imagine the video package beforehand? Like they have history, and like the whole story will write itself. So if they go together at WrestleMania, I have a feeling it will be one of my top matches of the night, for sure.
I think it could be. You know, Oh, this is going to be very controversial here, right? But I'm going to say it anyway, and a lot of people won't expect me to say this, right?
Okay.
I actually think that I'm more of an EO Sky fan than I am Oscar. And that's
Me
not
too.
discrediting Oscar or taking away anything from Oscar. I just find personally I've always connected more a lot with EO. And I
Yeah.
mean that in a sense, like fan to wrestler type of way, and watching them on TV. Like EO Sky's easily, without a doubt, top five of my favorite NXT Women's Champions in history. Her reign
Yeah.
was phenomenal, and when I think of the NXT Women's Championship, EO is one of the names I think of.
Yeah.
Not EO Sky per se, but some lady called EO Shirai, whoever that is. I don't know who that is. Could be another Japanese wrestler. We'll never know. Um, could be a second cousin maybe of EO Sky. But if this match does get added to Mania, and I'm praying it does, I feel like they really have to lean into that New Japan style.
Oh
That
yeah.
stardom New Japan style.
Yeah.
Because let's be real here, no matter what company, brand, show, etc., nothing really beats Stardom and New Japan for wrestling. Their just
No,
style of wrestling is unbelievable.
it's amazing.
So I think they really have to lean into the Japanese and New Japan and Stardom style of wrestling for this match. Good hard hitting match, decently lented match, and just hard hitting and brutal. That's what I want to see. And I
Yeah.
think that's a good high flying match to give EO her good high flying spots that we know she can do. I'm praying this match gets added. I want to see this. And when rumors were kind of circulating that this match would happen, I kind of thought, yeah, good match, phenomenal. Mania worthy, maybe not really. But my opinion as of the past week or so has changed. Um, just at the start of the week, I went back and watched some of the matches from New Japan and Stardom of EO's and Asuka when she was younger and all, and they're unbelievable. So that changed my mind. I was like, yeah, I got to see this on Mania. You know what? Feck it.
Yeah. No, definitely. And also, we have a lot of the women involved in matches, which is insane. But of
Mhm.
course, there is, Julia versus Tiffany, which could come about. And you know what? I want Julia to win.
It's good I didn't do Tiffy time there because you caught me off guard. I'm not going to lie.
But also,
Can
I would love Chelsea
I
Green
ask
involved.
why?
I'm such a huge fan of Julia, and I think this would be like a big breakout moment for her. Not that like she even needs it, but her winning at WrestleMania against Tiffany. But yeah, what's your opinion?
That's quite an interesting take. I get where you're coming from. Tiffany's the former women's champion, top of the company and such a big star, and it would look good, Julia defeating her. Um, but when you look at it this way, I kind of think, feck it, put the title on Tiffany. And I
Mm,
know we spoke about it in the group chat a few weeks back once the rumors were circulating that the match would happen. I thought, no, please do not put a title on Tiffany. I don't want to see her with another title for a while. Um, but now that I kind of think of it, and I've been keeping a closer eye on Julia as the women's US champion, I'm just kind of thinking, yeah, just get the title off her. Like she
mm,
had such a phenomenal, and you'd think I use that word so loosely because I say it all the time. She really did have a brilliant NXT Women's Championship run, but I feel like this US title run just hasn't been it. WWE have made it clear that they don't give a shit about it. That's
yeah,
just clear. It should not have been introduced. As much as everybody wanted it, and they wanted it, and you can't sit there and say you didn't want it.
yeah,
And it's just complete and utter shit. Like you look at the women's intercontinental title. Since debuting that title, do you know how many times it's been defended on a pay-per-view?
I don't even want to know.
6. The women's Intercontinental title has been defended 6 times on a pay-per-view. The women's
Oh.
US, on the other hand, how many times it has been defended on a pay-per-view? 0.
Yeah.
And obviously that's excluding Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
It's been defended on Saturday night's main event once or twice, but 0 times on a PLE it has been defended. But yet you'll give us that random match every 2 or 3 months for the title, that I wouldn't say nobody wants, but you know, realistically nobody's interested in, because you've just made us not give a shit about the title. If you don't care about the title, how do you expect us to care? So look, at this rate, put the title on Tiffy. Maybe it actually could elevate the title.
Yeah.
Maybe like Becky was the one to elevate the women's Intercontinental title alongside AJ, I feel, because they're veterans in their own right. So as Tiffany's a former world champion, put the title on her, let her run with it, and maybe that can hopefully be its little boost and get it going. And look, at least we have that 50-50 chance that because Tiffany is so loved and big of a star, that WWE could say, you know, let's have her defend the title on a pay-per-view. This could be the boost the title actually needs. It could be the reason to actually want to put it on PLEs now. So yeah, look, put the title on Tiffany, give us the match at Mania. What could go wrong?
Yeah, and as you said, elevate it a bit, you know? And I think it would bring a lot of room if we ever, like, if we have NXT stars coming up. Imagine, you know, Tiffy, like, feuding with others and stuff. And I think, you know what? If they put the title on Tiffy, grand. But also, I really, really, really want Chelsea Green in there somehow.
I want to see Chelsea Green as women's champion.
Yeah.
I feel like she's had her time with the US title.
Yeah.
She did what she needed to do. And
it's Chelsea time.
It's Chelsea time. I actually like that. It is Chelsea's time, folks. Give her the women's championship. Have her be the one to defeat Rhea if Rhea wins at Mania.
That would be great.
Why not? Why not?
And you know what? I feel like the fans would love that, because I feel like everywhere, even on social media and stuff, you know, you see people rooting for Chelsea Green.
100%.
Also, while we're on the topic of social media, and it's Hall of Fame soon, put China in the Hall of Fame. Boom.
Should have been done ages ago. It's beyond overdue. What the hell is WWE at?
I you know what? I'm not even watching Hall of Fame this year. Like, I'm not watching it. Like, it's crazy.
Joke's on them. I never watch it. I watch the clips on YouTube. I watch the clips on YouTube, or I keep up to date with it on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. There's not much point watching it, really. I love hearing the speeches, but I feel like there's just maybe one, if not none, that you'll kind of care about it. Obviously, I don't mean that in a rude way. I just mean, like, who all's in the Hall of Fame this year? Like,
Stephanie.
Realistically, Stephanie, yeah, that'll be a good one. Stephanie's in it. That's all that matters.
Woo! Women's wrestling, Stephanie.
Yeah, that's how memorable it is, folks, that we only remember one name. This is why me and Emma will not be watching the Hall of Fame. Isn't that right, Emma?
No.
Yeah. That suck it. Good night, folks. Thanks. We'll see you all next week.
Log it off. No, I'm joking, guys. We have something to talk about. NXT Stand and Deliver. Sean, are you excited? Are you buzzing? Are you ready? Oh my god, another pun.
Does this answer your question? Sean's ready. Sean's got his NXT title. Sean's ready to sit down.
You're gonna interrupt their match.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly, 100%. I am so excited for this show. As you can see, we've got 3 photos up here. Just a little taste of the women's division tomorrow night. We'll have
Mm.
Blake Monroe and Tatum Paxley. Obviously, this has been a brilliant feud. I've enjoyed it. And you'll hear me say really with anything NXT related that I enjoy it. I'll rarely say that there's something that I don't enjoy because I'm such a big NXT fan.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love NXT? Let's be real here. It's the mold that is WWE, you know? It's the mold that shaped WWE, in my opinion. I think it's just phenomenal. Um, yeah, I'm quite excited for this match. Um, I don't really mind who wins. I'd like to
Yeah.
see Tatum get a good run with the title, but I would like to see Blake get the title back. Um, look, if they keep the title, or sorry, if they give the title to Blake, have her run with it for a bit, have her lose the title and move on to the NXT Women's title, that would be mwah,
Yeah.
absolutely perfect. But I'm okay with it going either way. How are you feeling about it, Emma?
Honestly, either way, because it's so great that we can say, you know what, give whoever the title because we know that how talented they all are. And they each have their own characters. They're like they every like all the women on NXT, top tier, like amazing. But I'm excited for Sol Ruka and Zarya.
It still breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Really does. I want Saruka back.
Let's just make up. Hug and
Do you
make
know
up.
what? I I still think that it's such a crime to this day that WWE got rid of the NXT Women's Tag Team titles because
There could have
Zaruka
been
would have been
so much.
perfect.
Yeah.
100% would have been perfect for those titles. And the fact that they disbanded them when it was because they didn't really have enough women's tag teams, but yet they released most of their women's tag teams that they could have gave the titles to. Made
Mm,
no sense whatsoever. I thought it was stupidity on their part. But
yeah.
look, we'll talk to the wall about that, you know. Um,
Ex-
I'm really excited for this match. I love Soul, but I'd like to see Zarya win because Soul has gotten, as Zarya said, so much and she gets so little and nothing at all, if even. Um, so I'd like to see Zarya kind of pick up the win just so she has that little one up, that little confidence booster, and she can ride off into the sunset and potentially go after the women's North American title.
yeah.
I
Definitely.
I want to see Zarya's women's North American champion, 100%. So I do. Sol Ruka. Uh, I have 2 opinions here. I'd like to see her stay on in NXT and win the NXT Women's title,
Mm,
but I would also like to see her move up to the main roster.
yeah.
So look,
That's
whatever's meant to be will be. I think when it comes to NXT, WWE never make a mistake on who wins the title, who moves up to the roster. We've we've seen it before. Bianca Belair never won the NXT Women's title, and she went on to be a multiple time champion on Raw and SmackDown. So look,
miss her.
whatever's meant. So do I. Mania return. Let's manifest it.
Please. Everybody
Please.
manifest it.
Right. We shall pray. Dear God, may
Oh,
Bianca Belair please return at Mania. Amen.
oh, done.
There we go. That's it, folks. Emma, what's your opinion on the NXT Women's Title match? Obviously, there was a bit of confusion as of
Yeah.
this week on NXT. Lola tapped Kendall out, and Kendall had Lola in a pin. So obviously, this led to complete confusion of who won. And Robert Stone, who was recently announced as the new full-time general manager of NXT,
Congrats.
that it will. Congrats, yes, and he is very good. He
Yeah.
obviously has a lot of experience in NXT, so I have no doubt that he will do phenomenally. He was Chelsea Green's manager, obviously. So I think
Mm.
he knows what he's doing when he comes to women's wrestling. So I've no doubt he will not let us down. But this led to us getting what we have in front of us, and that is the triple threat for the women's. That's hard to say. Triple threat for the
Triple.
NXT Women's Championship. Jesus, now I'm taking a stroke. Emma, what are we thinking?
I'm not too sure. Like, one part of my mind's like, okay, she's gonna retain, and then another part is like, I think Lola's gonna get it. I don't
Oh,
know. What are you thinking? Because I'm really undecided. I'm so excited for this now. This has made me more excited for Stand and Deliver.
right. Are you ready for my hot take?
Go.
And sorry, I know I'm talking a lot.
No. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Uh, please take Lola Vice out. I love Lola Vice, and I think she should be NXT Women's Champion eventually. But it feels like she just kind of got injected into the match, which I don't really like when people do that because it just doesn't make sense. It's kind of like the whole Gunther and Seth Rollins. It was random, got put
Yeah.
onto the main card, and no one really wants it. But that's not saying nobody wants Lola Vice. I'm thinking have JC retain, but what I want the most, Kendall Gray. I want Kendall Gray to win and be the new NXT Women's Champion. And
That's fair.
I will tell you that any day of the week, I want her as champion. If you have watched her not only on Evolve but NXT over the past few months,
Insane.
she seriously is the future.
She's brilliant.
I
Just put her to
have
the main roster at this rate.
100%, and I can't even joke about that. Just put her
Yeah.
to the main roster because everyone talks about all these celebrities that are coming into WWE, doing a few weeks, and like everybody hates them, but you can't deny they're so good at wrestling. Oh, they're phenomenal. They're an absolute megastar, kind of like Logan Paul or Atten. And I know Kendall Gray isn't a celebrity, but she seriously is just that good. She
She
has a
is.
pure raw talent. She is something special. Easily a future world champion on the main roster someday. I think if you're not going to have JC retain, put that title on Kendall Gray, give her a good lengthy run, and maybe then have Sol Ruka win the title or Lola Vice. But Kendall Gray is the only way to go, in my opinion. I
Very.
feel like JC retaining's kind of that fallback option. Have Kendall Gray win. That is what I want most. That is, if you're to look at all the champions in WWE, if you're to look at all the champions in WWE at the moment and who the next winner of that title could be, I will take Kendall Gray anytime, any day, all day, every day. She is just
Very.
that good.
She is
So
brilliant.
she is my pick tomorrow night. She is who I want the absolute most.
Well,
So
now I'm buzzing for Stand and Deliver. I am.
I'm racing home from work tomorrow night to watch.
I don't blame you. I actually
And
don't. And also, like, it just, I think talking about it then kind of gets you more buzzing. I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. And I know this is the women's show, but come on now. Johnny Gargano back in
Mm.
NXT tomorrow night against Miles Bourne for the North American title. It's my dream. Tomorrow is going to be one of
Tomorrow is
the best
Sean
stand
Day.
and delivers. Tomorrow is Sean's day. Sean doesn't have to be in work till 6 o'clock tomorrow evening.
Woo!
Woo! And then I can be home just in time for stand and deliver to watch Johnny Gargano get his North American title back, Blake Monroe to possibly get her title back, and watch Kendall Gray win the NXT Women's Championship. It is 100%
Generational.
Sean's day.
Yeah,
Viva la Revolution.
exactly.
Yes.
Yay! But also, while we're on the topic of events and stuff, 10 years ago, we retired the Divas term. Yay!
I love that. I loved that title.
Pretty title.
It was a lovely looking title.
Lovely. Actually, they have a ring version, and I told Josh if he ever proposes, he has to get the Divas belt ring. The only way to go.
The only way.
It's the only way. It's the only thing to
You'd be
do.
stupid not to.
Exactly. No wedding if not.
So you've heard it here first. He needs to get his shit together.
Yeah.
Start saving, buddy.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell him.
Your girl knows what she wants. Get her what she wants. She wants that Divas title. So obviously Charlotte Flair was the one to win and retire the Divas title.
Which is
She
great.
was. That's cool. You know, Charlotte Flair, this was when she was really coming into her own and kind of hanging on to that Flair name while creating her own legacy. And I seen a clip the other day where she was talking on a podcast about the Divas title, and she actually admitted on the podcast that the Divas title that Nikki Bella held during her reign, which was essentially the real Divas Championship, Charlotte Flair has it at home in her office, which is pretty freaking cool. Like,
That's pretty cool.
I would go around posing if I had the real version of the title in my office or in my room or anywhere in my house. Really, I'd be like, yeah, you like this title, you like this championship, that
I feel
championship.
like on my
I
phone,
got
like,
the real version.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd be taking photos with it.
be everywhere.
I'd be like paying people in. It'd be like OF, if you know what I mean, but for
It's just a
the real
title.
title. Yeah,
Yeah.
people got to pay to see it. It's just that cool. Or the chef's version only pans, which I'm on, so you can subscribe to now, folks. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's actually really cool. Plugging, we got a plug, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually can't believe that's been 10 years though.
And I love how it's the 10-year anniversary, and then this WrestleMania, we have so many women's matches, stellar talents. Like, it's great. NXT is going off with their women's matches. Like, it's brilliant.
Once you look at it, we're living in such a time for women's wrestling. As much as people, and you'll always have those people who find so much to complain about, but if they look in front of them, and you just look at what we have here in front of us, it's brilliant. Like, we're absolutely in for a treat between tomorrow night and WrestleMania. We're in for an absolute treat.
It's going to be
amazing.
But moving on from WWE, TNA. For our last subject we have, you take it away.
I'm going to let you. Have you been watching any TNA? I know you say you don't watch much, but have you watched a bit or no Atten?
I haven't watched a bit, no. I've been quite busy this week. The last few weeks. So fill me in.
Well, to be honest, I haven't watched too much either. I've kind of been going off clips and stuff.
We've both been very busy, folks.
We have both been very busy, but we'll work with what we got, you know?
Yeah.
From what I've seen, and as I said, I've only seen the videos on YouTube and all that sort of stuff. I think it's been a great few weeks in TNA for the women's division. Ariana Grace, since winning the title, has actually been doing brilliant. And a lot of people doubted her. You know, they kind of seen this ditzy, kind of silly women's wrestler, you know, on TV and on NXT, and they're like, world champion material. I don't think so, you know. But I feel like she's actually proved them quite wrong the past few weeks. And she actually burnt the crap out of Mike Santana last night, and it was hilarious because even the fans loved it. And we're talking about it on Twitter this morning, which I thought was hilarious. I just think she's been doing a brilliant job. And I love the past 2 or 3 weeks, the way they've had that mix of former knockouts and current knockouts, bringing Mickie James back and all that sort of stuff. And I know it probably seems like this crap of, oh, you know, Mickie James making her yearly return. How brilliant. but it's always so good to see her.
Yeah,
She's
how
a
could you not be
absolute
happy this year?
yeah. She's a staple of the knockouts division. And even I don't mean to sound like an ass here, but I don't think they need her. I think the knockouts division is so strong and phenomenal at the moment. But look, as you see, we have Li Ying Li versus Ariana Grace for the knockouts title at Rebellion, which I think will be actually a brilliant match considering, as I said, how well Ariana Grace has been doing over the past few weeks. Yeah, kind of moving on a little bit. I'm sure you've heard and seen a lot about Danny Luna as of late.
Yeah.
What's your opinion?
I'm not too sure. Sorry now. I have to move the laptop here a second. But it'll be interesting to see the match. What are you saying?
I'm quite sad,
Mm,
obviously, because this is her final match. Folks, if you don't know, Danny Luna has left TNA, and
yeah.
this is her final match, which will air on TV next Thursday. It's quite sad she's left TNA, if I'm being honest with you. Obviously, I was such a big subculture fan through NXT and NXT UK, and even
Yeah.
on the independent scene, I absolutely love subculture. I've been fortunate enough to see the likes of Flash Morgan Webster and all live, but Danny Luna was one of the people I never actually caught live. And she is a brilliant talent. Like if you've seen her matches, and even the brutal matches, as in hard hitting and hardcore, she's so good. She really is. And I think it's one of those cases where TNA have really shot themselves in the foot, because over the past few weeks they've made it that clear, especially in the past 4 to 6 months, definitely. They've made it so clear that they have no plans of making Danny Luna Knockouts champion, especially not after Spitfire ended with Jody Threat. You know, Jody Threat's gone on to win titles in Germany and stuff like that. But it's clear WWE, close enough. TNA had no plans of making her a world champion, if a champion in TNA again at all. She's a former 2-time Knockouts champion, I think.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of sad that they just had clearly no plans of making her a world champion, considering how good she really is. So look, if she felt it was the right decision to leave TNA, then so be it. You know, each to their own.
There's no
It's
doubt
quite
that the
sad.
independent scene will boom with her because she's insane. If she goes into
100%. It'll thrive. I've no doubt in the next few weeks we'll be hearing stories of Danny Luna on the independent scene, and you know, oh, Danny Luna wins world championship on the independent scene, etc.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. But look, I'm just kind of sad, you know.
Yeah.
She was actually definitely, in my opinion, when I thought of the knockouts division the past year or two, she's one of the names I obviously think of. Her, Zaya Brookside, Li Ying Li. And it's just kind of sad to think she's not going to be around anymore. But look,
Yeah.
we wish her the best nonetheless.
Definitely.
100%. She's a phenomenal talent. Is there anything else we'd like to touch on? Maybe a little legit boss. Have we talked about that yet?
Oh, about you know, Becky Lynch has come out and said that the door is always open for Sasha Banks to come back per se to WWE, which is like, wow, okay, hold up, was not expecting that. But I'd say you were just like, okay, bring her back.
I'm as excited as you.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was the exact same. I was standing up. I was like a woman. I was standing up. I was like, yes, girl. Yes. Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
Clock it.
What's that thing the young ones do? Is it that one? I say young ones as if I'm not young too. I'm the ripe age of 21, folks, you know?
Me too.
Yeah, it's that, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not old. I just act old.
That's how it happens when you're a
That's
culty.
it. Really does. That's what happens when you're from Cavan. So it is.
Fair. Very fair.
Yeah, Cavan people are lovely. By the way, don't give in to any stereotypes you hear or bad things or negative things you hear about us. We're lovely people. We're not cheap arses. We like to spend money. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
But on that topic, I'd love to see Sasha Banks back in WWE again. I miss her so much. I said it to you just before we started the show that I love the CEO Mercedes Moné, but I'll forever be a Sasha Banks lad. You know,
Yeah.
I grew up watching her, so I want her back. The end goal is to see her back in WWE, hopefully holding one of the world titles. Yeah, give it to me in the next few years anyway.
Please.
If God is good, and I know He is, then He will give us it.
Here's hoping.
So,
But
yeah,
I think that's everything, really.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think that was another brilliant show.
Yeah. If anybody has anything that they want us to mention or talk about, anything at all, please let us know. Drop a comment. Make sure to like the video as well. The Upper Tier channel is going to have content. We are going to have watch alongs, the weekly show, the SmackDown show. Like, what more could you want, guys? Come on.
Is €1 million too much to ask for?
I wish I could have a Heineken.
Heineken and €1 million.
That's it.
Now you're talking. A
All I
man
want.
can dream.
Oh, stop.
Folks, another freaking brilliant show.
It's been
Emma,
brilliant.
it's always so nice to come on here and talk to you about the one thing the two of us love the absolute most.
Yeah. It's been
And
great, Sean, as always.
your passion flows through the screen. I love it.
You too. Listen, we're the best host. Bam! And there's one for you
Best-
guys too.
Best friends.
Best friends.
Folks, that is. There we go, folks. That's Emma Chef's Kiss. And it's Sean Chef's Kiss for the week.
Sorry, you
Mwah.
froze there on me. And I just goes, this is Emma's chef's kiss. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I could see it froze. I was like, shit, what do I do? What do I do? I'll hold out for a minute. So, folks, that is your Chef's Kiss for the week. I'll do this before the screen freezes. Mwah. Emma, thank you so much. Folks,
Thank you.
this has been your women's wrestling recap of the week. Thank you
Mhm.
so much. Subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next week. Bye, Emma.